Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into one of the most common, and let's be honest, most confusing questions for anyone trying to conceive. Your body is definitely trying to tell you something, but are you fluent in its language?
The 2-week wait. It can feel like an eternity where you're just guessing, right? But here's the thing. Your body is actually dropping clues left and right. So, let's become detective, shall we? It's time to investigate the evidence and solve this mystery once and for all.
Okay, so our first piece of evidence, and it's a big one, often shows up in your breasts. But listen, the key here isn't just that they feel different, it's how they feel different. The details, well, they're everything. Let's really get into this.
Okay, so this is where we can really start to tell the difference. With PMS, you get that general soreness, right? It's kind of a familiar feeling that goes away once your period starts. But pregnancy, that's a deeper kind of soreness, and it hangs around. But the real giveaway, the thing that screams pregnancy, is what happens around the nipple. If you're noticing things getting darker or bigger, or you see those little bumps showing up, that's your body prepping for a baby. PMS just doesn't do that.
So, you might be wondering, why are these signs so different? Well, it all comes down to this one hormone, HCG. Think of it like a special messenger that only shows up after an embryo has implanted. It's the one thing that truly separates pregnancy symptoms from your usual PMS routine. It's the main character in this story.
All right, let's move on to the next set of clues. The case is building. Now we're going to dig a little deeper into two more signals that are super common, but also, really easy to get wrong. How tired you feel and other subtle signs.
We've all been there with PMS, right? That feeling of just being kind of tired and run down. But pregnancy fatigue? Oh, that is a whole different ballgame. We're talking about next-level exhaustion, that I literally cannot keep my eyes open kind of tired. And it makes sense, because your body is working overtime, building an entire life support system. It's not just feeling sleepy. It's like someone pulled the plug on your energy source.
Now, cramping, this one is super tricky, because it's so easy to think, oh, my period's just coming. But the real clues are when it happens and what it feels like. You know your period cramps. They're usually pretty strong and show up right before you start. Implantation cramps, they're usually way milder, more like a little flutter or a pull, and, this is the important part, they happen like a week before your period is even supposed to start. If you get that plus a tiny bit of pink or brown spotting, well, you've just found a huge clue.
Okay, here's another sign, and this one's a little more subtle. You might notice, well, an increase in a milky white discharge. The fancy name for it is leukorrhea, but what's really happening is your body is beefing up its security system. It's creating this natural barrier to protect against any infections from the get-go. Pretty smart, right?
Okay, so we've looked at the clues that could be one thing or the other. But now we're getting to the signs that are practically screaming pregnancy. These are the ones that almost never show up for any other reason. And you remember our friend the HCG hormone? Well, these are its greatest hits.
Yeah, if you start experiencing these things, your body is not being subtle anymore. Nausea, and trust me, they call it morning sickness, but it can happen all day long. That's a huge one. Or how about a weird metallic taste in your mouth, like you've been sucking on a penny? And then there's the super sniffer sense of smell, where you can suddenly smell your neighbors cooking from across the street. These are things PMS just doesn't do.
And that really hits the nail on the head, right? It's not just about feeling kind of blah. It's when you suddenly can't stand the smell of your favorite coffee, or that metallic taste just won't go away. These really specific changes to your senses, they are some of the absolute clearest signals that your body's chemistry is shifting in a big, big way.
All right, so you've gathered all your evidence, you've been paying attention to the clues, you probably have a pretty good idea of what's going on. But how do you go from I think so to I know so? What's the final step that delivers the verdict and closes the case for good?
Okay, so to get that final, clear answer, it's really all about timing. Step one, and this is the big one, wait until you've actually missed your period. That's your most reliable sign. Step two, test correctly. Don't jump the gun. Wait a few days after your missed period. That gives the HCG hormone enough time to build up so you get an accurate result. And seriously, step three, try to stay calm. I know, it's easier said than done, but stress can actually delay your period and just make everything more confusing. So take a breath.
So there you have it. Hopefully this explainer has helped you decode some of those signals your body is sending. The goal is for you to feel more in control, more like a detective who knows what to look for during that 2-week wait. Your body has given you the clues. The investigation is in your hands now.